Alright, so picture this. You finally got your hands on a computer. You're super excited to do super fun computer stuff like browsing the internet, falling for phishing scams, or playing video games, I guess. You have no idea what to buy first, so you're running over to the Steam bestsellers section and fuck you, I guess. Well, Epic Games. Come on. Come on, Ubisoft. Guess what, motherfucker? And this is what I personally like to call bullshit. Now, before you reach into your pocket and pull out an eye patch to start off your life as a pirate, there are still some mostly legal solutions to this. Probably. And what might those be? Well, hold on a second, dude. The video just started. Jeez, manners. A lot of these games are priced this high for a reason. There's a lot of people and a lot of time that goes into making them, and they all need to be paid for their time fairly. However, as to why Black Ops 2 is still $65 nearly a decade after it came out, I have no fucking idea. Now, video games being too expensive for people is not a new problem, and like I just said 5 seconds ago, there are many solutions to get around these steep prices the storefronts put up. Firstly, and most obviously, sales. These happen all the time and on pretty much all digital storefronts. But one of them has two kind of famous sales, that being, of course, the Steam Summer and Winter Sale. You'll never guess when these happen. This would be a great time to get games that are $65 for $65. This is a bad example. Picking up games like Borderlands 3 is really easy because it's only like 26 bucks, and picking up games like Castle Crashers and Terraria is pretty much robbery. It's a great time to buy a game that you've really been wanting, or to branch out and try something new. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that games from all different genres and all different aesthetics go on sale, and you should buy them. Now, obviously, the only downside is you actually have to wait for these sales, but that's a you problem, not a me problem, so shh. Epic Games, woo! Now, as many gripes as I have with them, a lot. One of the few things that they do right is give away a shit ton of free stuff every month. I'm not even kidding, by the way. On like a month-to-month basis, they'll just give away games for free. This past month, one of the games was Sonic Mania, and that's one of my favorite games like ever. So, what if you, hear me out, paid $15 a month for a ton of video games that in total would usually cost more than Black Ops 2 a couple times over, like at least 3 or 4. Xbox Game Pass, baby! Otherwise known as the only reason I'll ever play Sea of Thieves. This is exactly as it sounds. It's a subscription service made by Microsoft that gives you access to video games. Whoa. And the game selection on it is actually pretty insane. You got Celeste, Dead Cells, and the first 4 or 5 Nights at Freddy's games. And it's not just for Xbox either, even though that name kind of implies it is. You can get it on PC as well. And I don't know if it's still going to be a promotion when you're watching this, but when I'm writing it, like first-time buyers can get like 3 months for like $1, and that's actually phenomenal. Let's get into the less straightforward stuff, and don't be intimidated. This doesn't mean it's going to be complicated. It's just one extra step. So basically, all over the internet, there are these wonderful places that can sell you keys for video games that could be activated on whatever storefront they're for. Mostly Steam. These keys are usually sold for cheaper than the actual game is on the storefront, and unlike normal sales, these are accessible until they run out of stock of that key. Yeah, the downside is that they can run out of keys, but I've never had that happen to me. Now, you gotta be careful though. Some of these websites are gonna try to scam you out of your, banking information because they think you're stupid and they're scumbags, but I'm gonna give you some recommendations, some websites that I use that are fine and safe. Probably. CD Keys is pretty much my go-to key website. I have never had a single problem with their service, and they have a pretty wide selection of games. Now, Humble Bundle is pretty interesting because it's just as reliable, if not more reliable, than CD Keys is, and they do a bunch of stuff for charity, which is really cool. It's just they don't have as many games. So yeah, those two, CD Keys, Humble Bundle, 100% recommendations. Now, if you're feeling risky, you want to buy Minecraft for like $3, maybe. G2A is a website you can go to. I'm too much of a wimp to buy anything from there, so I can't with a good conscience tell you guys to. So be safe. You hear that? That's the sound of a dumbass who spilled pop on his PC.
Enough about PCs. Some of us can't even afford a PC. Or spilled Pepsi in their PC and broke it. But we don't have to accuse anybody here, we're all friends. Some of us have to settle with consoles and their games. Speaking of which, consoles. When I say consoles, you're probably thinking of the kind of ball-grabbing subscription services that'll make you pay to play online. What? But I want to play The Last of Us online now! Well, although that is true, things like PS Plus also allows you to get free games with those subscriptions. Usually these games are like a mixed bag. Someone's having every single Battlefield game, and others having Monster Energy Supercross, the official video game, and Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends. But if you want guaranteed banger video games for under $30, I'll blow your socks off with some good news. You can! If you want over 700 games from the PS3 and early PS4, and later half of the PS4 if you're lucky, with more than half of those games being stupid fucking lame-o games, you can subscribe to PS Now and get God of War PS4, Uncharted 4, and you used to be able to play Spider-Man PS4, but, you know, not anymore. But with all good comes some bad. Although you can get Ratatouille, most of the library is filled with 500 copies of The Witcher 3. Just to clarify, wait, I'm going to say this as fast as I can. Just to clarify, The Witcher 3 was an overhyped piece of cow diarrhea just like the rest of their games. Woo! Off of that call-out post, PS4 isn't the only console with this kind of subscription service. Xbox also dipped their toes with this market with the Game Pass, but that topic got stolen from me, so now I gotta talk about Xbox Gold. Xbox Gold was just like PS Plus, but gold. Unlike PS Plus, every, and I mean fucking every single game you get with Xbox Gold, you get to keep until you breathe your last breath and place your last Minecraft block. Many think this is better than PS Plus, because it is. Okay, enough about me rambling on. If you like this kind of shit, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Fax Machine, or don't. I don't really care. But please be sure to check me out.
Freeloaders, am I right? I'm gonna use this last section of the video to recommend some cheap video games that you should totally buy without questioning me. Terraria, a fun 2D sandbox game with excellent combat that plays nothing like Minecraft. I've already mentioned this game when I was talking about sales earlier, but even when it's not on sale, it's only like 10 bucks. And it's my most played game ever, so just buy it. Just buy it, just buy it, just buy it, just buy it. Castle Crashers, a fun 4-player beat-em-up game that is just really fun and awesome and good. And I am realizing, as I'm recording this, that I really didn't put a lot of thought into this part of the video. I cannot recommend Hollow Knight enough. And I don't have enough time in this small section to give it justice. So just go watch Fax's video on it. But just trust me, if you don't want to do that, trust me when I say it's worth it. It's way cheaper than it has any right to be. There's a sequel coming out after the Heat Death of the Universe, but it's really good, and you should play it and buy it. And that's the end of this video. However, it's not the end of Black Ops 2 being sold for way more than it has any right to be being sold for. I mean, come on, dude. $65? It was a good game.